From the National Autistic Society. Asperger's syndrome, Asperger's. Asperger's syndrome, often shortened to Asperger's, is no longer used as a diagnostic term for autism and is considered controversial due to the history of Hans Asperger, which is summarized below. Historically, Asperger's syndrome was used as a diagnostic term for some autistic people who did not also have a diagnosis of a learning disability. Broadly, it is now agreed that what was referred to as Asperger's syndrome is part of the autism spectrum and there is no need for a separate term. Some people who received a diagnosis of Asperger's syndrome continue to use this terminology to refer to themselves. Others do not, usually for two reasons: because the term is no longer used officially, and because of revelations about the Austrian psychiatrist Hans Asperger, who Asperger's syndrome was named after and who was complicit with the Nazis. The point being is that he is hiding his autism under a former banner while it has been inclusive of autism disorder spectrum. The next article as a second witness. The conversation. Elon Musk, How Being Autistic May Make Him Think Differently. Published, November 14, 2022. The business magnate and new owner of Twitter Elon Musk revealed a while ago that he is autistic. Musk, the wealthiest person in the world, is autistic. Musk, a fellow of the prestigious Royal Society and Times 2021 Person of the Year, is autistic. One of the most famous people on earth is autistic. Perhaps it is worth letting that sink in?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith. They extol it to the clouds. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him. So this autistic billionaire slips up and confirms the Israelites. And what does he do? Well, he says America was founded to be the true successor of ancient Rome. Here's why we still live in Rome. And this is what we're saying, that this is the revived Rome, the Rome that was healed from the deadly wound. Esau, Edom, is the father of Rome. This is what he said on his post on his social media. It says, America was founded to be the true successor of ancient Rome, but most don't know how deep the parallels run. From its grid plans to its constitution. Here's why we still live in Rome, and this is the powerful way of this Edomite, and these Edomites around the world, and why it won't collapse this time. And it is collapsing right before your very eyes right now. But let's take a look at the evidence. And I've done a video on this before, proving that America is Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, Mystery Babylon. So we see the pictures of Rome. We see at the top, we see the parallel between using the eagle and the olive branch. Right below that, we're talking about the grids, how the cities are set up. And then we also see the formulation of the government, the Senate at the bottom. This is true. And in the video, I put out a great many things that are associated with Rome of before time, that are in the present House of Representatives and the Senate. Moving on. You see, this man wants to implant different things into your body. Right now, it's this Neuralink thing he wants to put in your brain, where it says it's a brain-computer interface. It's fully implantable, cosmetically invisible, and designed to let you control a computer or mobile device anywhere you go. Now, they put this in a man's brain that had, I believe he was quadriplegic, and he was able to control a computer with his brain. And what this is really about is transhumanism. That is, going from flesh to so-called machine immortality. This is how Esau Edom wants immortality. He doesn't want immortality the way that the Israelites are going to get it, through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. He wants it on his own terms, and he wants to do it through machines. This is why he created those robots. Those robots are going to be used, if they can develop so-called ideas or what they call technology, to work, where they take the consciousness of a human being and put it inside of a machine somehow. And this is the robot, Optimus Prime, after the movie robot, Transformers. This is what he developed his little name of. So this is what he wants to do, because he's part of the wicked. As it says in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He changes the faces of the judges. If not, where and who is he? Where is he? He's all over the world. Who is he? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. So let's get back to some more scriptures, because the scriptures confirm this. Psalm 64, verse 78. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. And by his doing this, robots, transhumanism, by his doing this transplant in your brain, this is what is confirming. And the Lord is going to eventually shoot an arrow at them, the entire population of the people as a nation. He's going to shoot an arrow at them, and they're going to be wounded. This is Psalm 64, verses 1 to 6. So we can get the context. This is a complaint against the conspiracy and supplication to the Most High for protection by the Israelites, not by Gentiles. Verse 1, hear my voice, O Most High. in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Dude, that's what they do towards our people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, those are the ones that are following the laws, statutes, and commandments in the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. That is what it means to be perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, because they're not facing consequences for what they have done, but they are beginning to face the consequences for what their forefathers and they have done. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately or secretly. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart or mind, as the heart is your mind, is deep. So how does he do this privately? He has a host of ways of getting our people to sin. A lot of it is in the social media. Social media is basically about gossip. And gossip, we're not supposed to gossip. He does it through entertainment. Entertainment is, your sports, your clubs, your pornography. All of these things are his entertainment. This is the remainder of Psalm. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly they shall be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee. See, when the Lord gives you spiritual eyes, you flee away from these evil people. And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing, or the Most High's doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, which we are for the repentant Israelites today, and shall trust in him. And all the upright in heart or mind, obedient in mind, that's what it means, obedient in mind, shall glory. We're going to glory in the Lord. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 22. Whether he be rich, noble, or poor, their glory is the fear of the Lord. And these people do not fear the Lord. They do not fear the Lord. They're out here doing anything and everything they can to rape every country on the planet of its resources to do what they want to do. And it's all within the Lord's plans. Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 20. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor, that is, they hate or strongly dislike the poor. And this is how they look at you. This is the reason why they want to give you a universal basic income. You see, the rich want to give you low wages. They don't want you to come up. They don't want you to improve in your life. They don't want you to attain the same level of financial resources as they have. It's not success. It's just a level of financial resources. That's all it is. Success does not mean having money, as the so-called white man likes to propagate through the earth. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 18 and 19. There is that waxeth rich by his weariness and pinching, and this is the portion of his reward. Whereas he saith, I have found rest, and now will eat continually of my goods, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. You see, you can't take anything to the grave. You can't be like the Egyptians trying to set up something you can take into the afterlife. It's impossible. It is not possible. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 2. This is what the Lord says. 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud, a rich man that is a liar. And these people are liars because they manipulate everyone around them to accomplish their goals, their wicked goals, to gain more money, to gain more influence, to gain more authority, to gain more possession of the earth. This is what they do. If you want to worship this rich man who is flawed in his spirit because the Lord has struck him with autism, and others have used him, others of his people have used him, and he's actually from South Africa. All right, he's from South Africa. And they propped him up, and he's propped up. He's what the Bible calls in Hebrew a kuhn, K-U-H-N. Look it up. These are people who are set up in society. That's who they are. So if you want to follow and coo up behind, coo like a little baby behind this autistic billionaire, hey, understand this today. This autistic billionaire slipped up and confirmed what the Israelites were saying about the United Snakes of America, that America is in the image of ancient Rome, ancient Egypt. That's the reason why they are spiritual Sodom and spiritual Egypt. The daughter of Babylon, mystery Babylon, Babylon the Great. I leave you in the most capable hands of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai.